Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Greg McCloskey from ForexLive.com. Today's date is September 21st, 2023. This is a morning Forex Kickstart video where I take a look at some of the major currency pairs. So let's get started. By now, most everyone knows that the three central banks over the last 18, 19 hours have spoken. The Federal Reserve yesterday kept rates unchanged in what was called a hawkish, unchanged policy. They still see one more rate hike between now and the end of the year. They also expect that the end of year 2024 rate will come in at 5.1%. That's up from 4.6% in June. So it was considered more hawkish from that perspective, and we are seeing U.S. interest rates move higher. The dollar move higher as well. In Switzerland today, the Swiss National Bank kept rates unchanged, snapping a 5 meeting hike string, and that helped to propel the dollar versus Swiss to the upside. The Bank of England also kept rates unchanged. It was a 50-50 chance for a rate hike, and the vote came in at 5 versus 4, so it was about that 50-50 level as well. We are seeing the pound versus U.S. dollar move lower after that decision to snap the 14 consecutive meetings with a hike. So let's take a look at some of the technicals that are driving the currency pairs. We'll start with the euro versus US dollar. The ECB met last week and they raised rates by 25 basis points, and this is the day that happened. The euro versus US dollar moved lower despite that, but then we climbed until yesterday's FOMC rate decision smacked the euro back to the downside. And I want to focus on this low price that we saw in trading here today, where we made new lows for this pair, and that low that came in at 1.0616. And if we go to the daily chart on the euro versus US dollar, it took out the May 31 low at 1.0635. We did that last week when the price moved down to 1.0631. But we came down to test the 38.2% retracement of the move up from this low from September of 2022 to the high price that we saw in the month of July for this currency pair. That 38.2 came in at 1.06106, and as mentioned, the price low today came in at 1.0616, just about 6 pips short of that 38.2% retracement. I've been harping on this level as a key barometer for both buyers and sellers. If the price were to move below, that would open up the door for a move toward the 105 area, more specifically the swing area between 1.0484 and 1.05335. Number of different swing lows and swing highs through here over these this time period right here. This is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 month time period where we had resistance and then support against this in this area. So, but the price today found support buyers against that 106.10 level. Again, 6 pips just above that level, and we're going to need to see a move below that level to increase the bearish bias. We are currently trading at 106.40, which is above this 106.31 lows that we saw from last week, and the 106.35 level, representing the low from May 31. So the buyers are trying to come in and push the price higher. Watch this level right here. I know we just went below it off of the data that we saw earlier this morning, but we are rebounding back to the upside. We'll see if this level can hold at 106. 31 to 35, keep that level in mind. On the top side, get above the low price here at 106.44 and get above the low prices through here at 106.55, and we should see a rotation back toward the 100-hour moving average, which comes in at 106.74. But there's a lot of work to do to have that happen. Let's look at the dollar versus yen next, and the Bank of Japan will meet tomorrow or overnight, and we're seeing some of the gains that we saw yesterday off the FOMC start to be eroded in trading here today. The 100-hour moving average is going to be the level that I'm going to be focused on in trading here today. I know the price moved below it right through here, and we also moved below it in yesterday's trade. Maybe the third time's a charm. If we move below that 100-hour moving average, keep that level as a barometer for both buyers and sellers in trading today. Going back in time, it held support here, it held support here, and it held support for the most part through here as well against that 100-hour moving average, and the price was going up and down through this session. So now if we do break below that level, I would expect some selling pressure with the price potentially moving back down toward the low price that we saw in trading yesterday, and also near the 200-hour moving average. That's the green line of the chart, currently coming at 147.47. If we're able to stay above the 100-hour moving average, watch the high price that we saw right through here. That was the high price prior to the move to the upside yesterday. We tried to hold support in the Asian session through here and here, but it was eventually broken through in the European session through here. So if move higher, watch the 148.16 level on the top side. In trading to the highs that we saw yesterday and today, the price did move above the top side of this trend line through here, and that would be another target to get to and through if the price is going higher. So we look through there and there for this currency pair for the dollar versus yen, but currently testing that 100-hour moving average key level on the downside from a technical perspective. Finally, let's take a look at the sterling versus US dollar. So the Bank of England did keep their rates unchanged, which was a 50-50 shot. We did see the pound versus US dollar move to a low 1.22297. Let's take a look at the daily chart. That took the price below the 61.8% retracement of the 2023 trading range. That range had a low here in the month of March and a high right here in the month of July. 61 comes in at 123.14. As long as the price can remain below that level, the bias remains to the downside. Next target comes in at 121.87. And move below that level opens up the door for further selling pressure in the pound versus US dollar. But watch the 123.14 level, currently trading at 122.73. So we're still 27 plus 14, 41 pips away from that level. But keep that level in mind going forward. Let's go back to the hourly chart. 123.14 is our key level. It's somewhere around here, right through here, and you can see the price consolidated above and below that level for about 3 hours here before rotating to the downside on the rate decision. So there was some stall near that level, and the high price off of the low here has been able to stay below the 123.14 level. This swing area goes back a long ways for the sterling versus US dollar. It's back here where we had different swing areas coming in between the 122.60 level and the 122.82 level. You can see where it starts over through here. This is the area where the swing area that goes all the way back to the month of January and March of this year. So fast forward to current levels. That's this area right through here. Watch that level. Watch move above 122.82, and maybe we see a rotation back toward the 123.14 level. So there you have it. A look at some of the major currency pairs. My name is Greg Michalowski. Good fortune with your trading. Bye-bye.